Hi friends, I'm Colonel Failure, and you're back on the Dune Canyon map, and because you missed a third of the action last time around, I thought I'd start with this bit of a view here. As you can see, it's the ginormous log lumber train of completely no point. No point to it. There's just no point to it. Yeah, it's so much longer than it will ever need to be unless I do something very clever. And even if I do something very clever, it's still way longer than it needs to be. There's just not going to be that much plankage on there. Anyway, look, this is what you came to see. Look at that. Just, would you? It's worth it just for that. It really is. I mean, I'd love it to be filled with cargo. That'd be amazing. Not least of all, the payoff that happens at the other end. I mean, that would just be utterly spectacular. It's not utterly spectacular, though. It's utterly pointless. Okay, instead of dwelling on things being utterly pointless, let's do something about it. Now, I don't think we can fix it. That's number one there. But I do think we can make it a little bit better. I've turned all my icons off there in order to capture that rather nice opening visage. Do that, do this, do that. That should be the default, you know, but it's okay. What we can do, because we've got another lumber mill here and it's currently operational, is we could route this round, and it was going to have to be quite a tight angle, although we could remodel the whole thing and set that up on a separate track to make a delivery. Now, if we then don't connect that to the main line, everything has to come up on the big train here. So, you know, at least we get something out of it, but, you know, with the big train going through, it's actually waiting for a minute. So I'm going to activate the turbos here, needs must, just so that we can get. I need this train to be out on that other spit, you see, because I'm going to separate the line. Although I could leave it as a junction, I suppose. There you go. All right, we'll leave it as a junction. Right. So what I'm thinking is normal service will resume presently, but we'll just do this for the moment. Is off here, going around in a corner like that. Yeah, just like that. We'll keep it as independent lines. I don't think there's any real bonus to us. Yeah, I know it's a 27 mile per hour corner. I'm okay with that. But yeah, because it means that by running independent lines on here, there is a chance that sometimes you'll have both trains running on there at the same time. And that'll be nice. Yeah. I hope this corner isn't too tight to get around the inside of it. For some reason, I've elected to go around the inside here. No, it seems to be okay so far. Okay. Alright, yeah. Now, I ummed and ahed a lot in the last episode about whether to double track this or not. And there we go. I seem to have come down onto the side of, yeah, I'm going to double track it, but not in the way you might have expected. I might even have a look around and see if there's any other lumber kicking about the place that would that I can also route down here. See, it doesn't really do it now. And, yeah, no, it's a disaster. Oh, it is. Yes, it's a proper disaster. All right, have another go. I don't think it's a complete disaster. Okay, why? In what way is it not a complete disaster? You've got pillars in the way. That means you can't go through there. And you think the corner's too tight? I mean, there's a chance that the corner's too tight. Do that. It seems to allow that. Yeah, that's going to give any trains that go underneath there a bit of a haircut, though, isn't it? That's okay. I can fix it. Because I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff these days. Now, we're going to need to change the path some of this takes, which is not going to be simple. If we go... No, that's not going to work. Wait for this train to clear out. Yeah, you'll be waiting a while. Yeah, it's okay. Right, we can get rid of that bit there, and then... If you think... Oh, it doesn't really matter, it'll just truncate the train. Yeah, I know I've broken it. It's okay, I'm going to fix it again. Right. Right. There. Okay. Right. So if we now take the inside run here and bring it out to the point where it's cheerful. Is that the point where it's cheerful, or do we need to be more down bubble? No, I think that's about right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And then grab the outside one. Yes. Which is the one that the big chunky fella's on. Right. Okay. And then Grab the end of that. No, you didn't grab the end of it. You grabbed a bit just before the end of it. All right, okay, stick that in there. That should be right. And then you keep coming around like this. You've got a wiggle. I have got a wiggle. It's not a mate, it's a wiggle. It's too much of a wiggle. Okay. All right. Nucleus bridge. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is the kind of high expense that that you try and avoid if you get the chance. But you know, we've got to make this work. Right. And then go from here to there in one, and you should avoid. Still got a wiggle. Yeah, but now it's a tasteful wiggle, so that's fine. Are we using this stuff? Yes, we are. Okay, right, that'll unbreak that line. Hasn't. It hasn't. Why hasn't it unbroken that line? It should have done. That line should be happy now. Hold on, around the outside. Yeah. No, that's right. Okay. Unless I've just not connected the track. And we might be able to see that inside the tunnel. No, track's connected. Everything should be fine. Alright, let's assume it is fine and I just need to give the train a poke and it'll figure it all out. Why are you still not playing ball here? Alright, let's bulldoze that around a little bit further. I don't think I've done anything that should cause it any discontent. I've not narrowed the angle particularly. There you go. Right. And then you follow along here. Now, I mean, obviously I would single track quite a lot of this, but we're talking about a train that is massive. And therefore, you know, it's not one that's going to be anything you'd ever want to wait for. Now, I keep coming along here. Is this going to be just going to be ruddy scenic? Now, the other plus side of this, of course, is it means that we can justify making that other lumber train a little bit more lengthy. Maybe we, I don't think we double track it, double loco it particularly, but I think we can probably do something about it. Right, to about there. Yeah, that'll be enough. We don't need to go absolutely bananas on the amount of freight in there, so it should be good. Right, now we need to, well, we don't need to, but I think doing so will help us out. If we signal up on here, stick one there, one there, yeah, and one here. Good. Right, yeah. What's the problem? Everything, you're fine. There is a path. All right, turn around, turn around. There you go, look. Majestic. Good, get back to work. You've got a plank on board. Oh, life is sweet. Right, okay, so we can now repurpose this lumber train as soon as it's back with us. It's this one here, I think. Yeah, so it's got a full load. Now, what this will do is it will take it off the main line, so there's going to be a bit of an impact on the main line. But given how much lumber is currently waiting there, I think the main line can probably cope. You're waiting for a free path. Of course you're waiting for a free path, because, you know, the video is waiting for you to do your thing. So, you know, trot on a bit, and then we'll, you know, we'll get to work. Come on, come on, come on, come on. In your own time there. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be good. That's it. Yeah, whiz it around. Okay. Can we do it now? No, you've got to wait till it's in this section, and then you can do it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manage the vehicle. We'll change up the vehicle, because these two little alcos, actually, we could probably continue running as we are doing, and then just review it later on and see if we're building up a huge backlog here, because obviously the distance that it's travelling now is quite a lot longer. But I think it'll be all right. Okay, right. Hollywood Timber Production. Manage the line. You're going from Hollywood branch, not to Hollywood anymore. Instead, you are going down here to this fella. Now, it might lose a bit of money on this because it's, you know, it's backtracking on itself and doing a helix and all of those other things. So no, I didn't want to delete the line anyway, so that's all right. Yeah, so it might have a negative impact, but it might not. Yeah. Hey, see there. I've introduced an element of mystery. Right, are you ready to go, or what? Do you want me to turn you around? There you go. Right, let's leave that alone. Let's traverse the expanse and talk about what we're going to do now. So we've got a lot now hooked up to Oceanside. For those of you who've been saying, like, you know, this goods factory is never going to work until you actually start delivering plastics to it, I've dealt with that. I've put a little truck route in. Yeah. How well that works remains to be seen, but I have put a truck route in, so if we do end up with some plastic here, then that's all good. The main line's looking absolutely splendid in terms of the amount of stuff it's got going on. That's nice. Yeah, it is. We've got some pretty tatty looking trucks going on here, but that's okay. Yeah, we're still making money. I'm doing my best, but even then, I'm still hammering cash into my account at a speed that would make most money launderers blush. Let's do a passenger route. Let's keep it simple here. Where did we get up to? Did we get to El Paso or did we go? No, we've gone for Hartford. Okay, Washington, D.C. Does Washington go to Hartford? It does not at the current time. Is it supposed to? Okay. Let's say yes it is. This is a freight line. That is a freight line. This is a passenger line that I suspect is supposed to go to Hartford. What is this freight line supposed to do? That's main line 2. That is. Oh, blimey. Yeah, and main line 1 doesn't actually get that far yet. No, it really doesn't. All right, slow it back down. Right, let's just do this because it's simple. I need to reassert just building something basic here. This bridge is not long for this world. Nope, it's not. You know what I mean? And also, this bridge is it horrible? It is quite horrible. Okay, right, thread the needle. Yeah, good. Right, now, what's the route you're going to take here? Well, we're going to Hartford. I think we've established that. And then what? Well, we could go to Hartford and then I'd quite fancy splitting the line at Hartford. No, you don't. Amarillo is an El Paso connection. Oh, yeah, it is. So maybe we treat Washington, D.C., Hartford as a single line for kind of commuting services, just to connect the two, which will do the power of good to town growth. Yeah, I know, I'm just deleting back what I literally just built because the angle's wrong. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this really is going to be quite simple. Let's go. Don't do that. Yeah, do this. Yeah, right now, head out this way. Yeah, I'm heading out this way. Now, do I want to stick little shunt face on it? No, I know what I want to do with this. I'm going to electrify it. I'm going to put metro lines on it. Yeah, I know. I had rules, and now I am adapting them to make for greater visual interest. We'll just run one on here, so I'll keep it single track, which could be quite nice. Now, thinking about it, what I want here is a third platform on the outer edge that will be the terminus for this. So we want to come in underneath. All right, what if I stay flat? Then you're still underground. Well, we've got this dip here, see, we can emerge from. All right, how far have we gone there? Not that far. Okay, cancel that for now. Let's get the let's reverse our angle of attack and make this work. This is also crying out for a commuter station, and a commuter line. But you know, lots of things cry out for many things, and I ignore them quite willingly. So you know, whatever. Right. Okay. Bang one of these in here. Now, the point of using the Metroliner is, firstly, we haven't used any yet, and they are so useful that it's almost a crime not to use them. But the other reason for using it is it'll look nice, and finally, it's because it can be extended to be the sort of length that will make for capacity increases that we need. So it's nice and fast, so we're not going to be left hanging waiting for we're not going to be building up enormous numbers of passengers. At least I hope not. Right, I need you underground, please. I need you underground. That's it. Yeah, underground. Right, yeah, exactly like that. Doesn't want to do it, Gov. It doesn't want to do it because I'm holding the shift button, you see. Right, okay, there we are. Just do that. Yeah, right. Then stop going underground, start going back above ground. But you're going to do it by coming this way. Okay, it's still going underground, you see. So if we can bring it back up again. Too much. All right, just as far as here. Yeah, it's a little bit more underground than I really wanted. And then round onto there. What does that do for us speed-wise on the corners? It's not ideal. It's not. but we have got quite a lot of runway here that we can play with, so let's play with it. Yeah. There we are. That should make for a slightly neater approach that should work out nicely. Now, the only problem I haven't resolved here is how I get a metro liner down the main line, which is not electrified, onto the correct track. Well, it's it's a good problem to have highlighted that one. Thanks, commenter. What we're going to do is we're going to run a train down, that is not an electric train. Oh, you're going to cheese it, aren't you? I'm going to cheese it. Because sometimes you got to apply some cheese. Right, give me electrification, please. There you go. Now, I will need to hook this up onto there so that I can get whatever cheeky diesel it is that I end up using actually deployed on the thing in the first place. But other than that, this is a fairly simple operation. Okay. All right. So if we go, which way are they coming down? They're coming down on the other side of the track. Turn the electrification off. You can stay diesel. All right. And then if we just, I don't know, just thread the needle. Yeah, this is not an easy needle to thread. Yeah, and when we plumb in some mainline activity on here, this is going to be a right mess. Okay, that'll do it. Good. Okay, so let's go talk to the new line manager. So this is quite a simple shuttle. It'll pay dividends at both Washington and the other end, whatever it's called. Because, an extra city connectivity, connection, I should say, will allow you to beef up your growth. Right, so this is Wash, to Heart, shuttle. In a very nice modern train. Right, let's go plunk something on that. Right, do we really have to go all the way back to Oceanside? Yeah, but I built a really super depot complex down here. It's hardly a complex, it's one building. Oh, hush. Right, something quick, please. I don't really mind what. Alco on its own, 117. That's pretty quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, buy one, 6.5 million. It's okay, I'll get the money back as soon as I set it up properly. Put that on the Wash Heart shuttle. It does not want to do that. No, it's happy to do that. Okay, grand. Do you want to ride on this? Well, I haven't really got much of an agenda beyond this today, so yeah, let's. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's see where we go, and then we'll swap this out for a metro liner. We'll have a look and see how the lumber situation is going on, and maybe just maybe search out one more lumber connection to try and get that sawmill operating at a level that means that having a train with 700 capacity turning up once in a while isn't a complete idiocy. In the meantime, we get views like this. What's not to like? I mean, I like it. All right, okay. Now, apparently, we can do 117 down here. Start placing your bets now. What sort of speed we get up to? I think we'll probably top out at 80 before running into traffic. The track is largely set to support high speed. We haven't got the power booster attached. So, there's that loss going on in there. That's a dirty Hiawatha. What is not to enjoy about that? Yeah. What about a clean Hiawatha? No, I want a dirty Hiawatha every time. That sounds like something that Urban Dictionary would know about. How do you even know what Urban Dictionary is? Because sometimes you've got to know. Oh, yeah, that's true. And you go to a place that keeps it graphic. Yeah, it does. Not especially safe for kids, but you probably knew that already, and will admit to nothing. Okay, yeah, we held at a red signal. This is why I felt that we would probably be not hitting our max pace here, but it's okay. We'll be underway soon enough. This bridge is a bit. What? Much? Yeah, it is a bit. Well, look, we can see the main line over there to the right. Can you make it out? Yeah, see the main line with stuff mainlining its way up and down there. That's nice. Good. What are we waiting for exactly? I see smoke. I don't know. Maybe you've not got any signals on this route because you hadn't anticipated anybody really using it. That's certainly possible. Anyway, here comes another dirty Hiawatha. Yes. might be a cocktail. Well, that would be slightly more innocent, wouldn't it? Yeah. So what would a virgin Hiawatha be? Well, exactly like a... No, it's not. It's an alco. All right, Chief. Loving your work. You don't up out a lot of smoke. You smoke belcher. Right. Ah, maybe it's because we're taking an angle here. I would have thought we'd go straight through. No, we're not. We're taking an angle. Okay, fine. That's nice. Three identical buildings in a row, all you know, what? Identical? Oh, hush. I thought it looked quite nice. I was just remarking on that I thought it looked quite nice. Oh, look at this. We've got some more good stuff. So there's another bit of main line. Is that main line over there? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's clearly main line. Another bit of main line down there, connected to a truck depot. That's good. Are we on freight here? No, you're looking in the wrong way. Why have we got... I'm very tempted to jump off this train and place some more signals. But fortunately, the train had a good idea and started moving again. Yes, woe betide trains that keep me waiting too long. I'll go on a signal buying frenzy. Right, that's... what's that? Is that going to be coal or is that going to be iron? Possibly even grain? Well, it's going via a steel mill there, look. Is that a steel mill? Yeah, it is. You sure? That looks like coal. That looks like a coal mine. Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going this way. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind going this way a bit. All right, let's talk grander schemes here. So we're not far from conclusion on this. I'll wrap the series up with a live stream, and then we'll do a little tracks and beats coda after the live stream. And the live stream is going to be building the train approaches, plural, and airport down in the bottom of the canyon. It's the bit everybody wants, and so I'm saving that and doing it live. But in order to get to that point, we will first connect everything else, and I think we'll probably be able to do that in maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and then we'll draw a line under it and go, I'm going to miss you, brown map, because you know it's got something to it. It may only be one kind of visual identity all the way through, but it is quite a strong one, or it's at least striking. Let's put it that way. You look at it and just kind of go, yeah, there is something that's kind of interesting about it, or I do anyway. And plus the changes in altitude that you get going on there are all, you know, they're all properly good fun. And then we'll kick off with something new. I might take a break. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Might, you know, not a massive break. Maybe a month. Might take a month off from fever for the first time ever. Yeah, just to allow it to recoil. But I do have a solid scheme for the next series, because as I mentioned in my kind of impromptu review recently, the gameplay aspect of Transport Fever 2, it's not filling me full of the same levels of must play more that I had previously, because there isn't really much of a challenge to making money in it. But that doesn't mean there isn't an awful lot of value to be had in making attractive stuff. And so I've got an idea for an experimental series where we make attractive and or interesting stuff. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm having to fill a bit here because this is taking quite a lot longer than I anticipated, but I'm bringing you up to speed, and I figure that you quite like that kind of behaviour. You like to know that you're going to be able to get a regular weekly fix of me floundering around with a track laying tool, doing a bit of smoothing once in a while, you know, mocking people who don't use the tree gun appropriately, all that kind of stuff. Right, where are we coming up to? This feels like the crossing. Is it? Is this a crossing? I think it might be. You know, you can look to the right and find out. All right, I'll look to the right and find out. Feels like it is. Yeah, look, there's my company headquarters. Oh, yes. Yes. It's looming. It hasn't really grown very much. I ought to have a look at, you know, what is it that I need to do in order to get that to perk up to the next level. But, you know, hey-ho. Maybe we'll give that a look as well. So we're going over the goods station here. Something was coming in there. That's quite nice. I've got a bit of a travesty of a road junction. It's what I want to avoid in my experimental series is no half measures. You know, that everything is properly laid out. That was a train depot there. You could have probably rigged up a tiny bit of track and departed from there instead. Yeah, but had I done so, we would have not gone on this odyssey through Arrakis together. Okay, yeah. There's a town over there, look. Yeah, isn't there? Yeah. Which town is it? It's not the end of the line. No, it's not. It's the middle of the line. So where are we? Hollywood? No, Hollywood's set further back with a hill right next to it. So that'll be the next one up. Oh, crumbs, I can't even remember. I've no idea. Anyway, we're here. We've made it. There you go. You can tell electricity's been switched on. Right, pile off. Okay, yeah, lots of things are in poor condition. My heart weeps. Right, and then we want to replace this with a multiple unit electric, please, called the Metro Liner. Replace it now. Well, that's quite a bit quieter. Right, let's jump on board. I'll do some external views in a moment. Now, the reason I've chosen the Metro Liner is that if it starts becoming overloaded, I could just bang another one behind it, or I could stick a couple of suitable Metro Liner style wagons, carriages, in there, and then maybe stick another power unit on there as well if it feels the need. But I can extend this out to actually handle a couple of hundred passengers without breaking a sweat. So, you know, that'd be good. My gosh, it is quiet by comparison. Now, here's the thing: does it lose some of the majesty and flair and joy and other things of the romance of the steam and diesel, to a lesser extent, era? Or are electrics in their own right, you know, something very tasteful to be appreciated? You know, what's your taste? Do you have taste? Now, hold on, you're starting to sound like one of those idiot channels that are so desperate for people to comment that within the first 30 seconds they're kind of gone like, so today I'm going to be doing this. Tell me what you think. Why not give me your expert reckon in the comments there? No, seriously, I live for them. Because apparently someone once said that if you comment, then the YouTube algorithm really likes that. And I want my channel to be super huge. We all want our channels to be super huge, friend. I find the best way to get people to comment is just do stuff. And then they may pile in when it suits them. Right. That's aim to end. It's not very long at all. But there we go. See, now if I follow this along, all right, okay, we're not going to see much as it goes through the tunnel. But then I could put the Metro Liner in the thumbnail, and people will go, wait, what? You said you weren't going to do that? I'm going to write a letter. Who are you writing it to? My grandmother. She's going to be all up in arms. She's going to be, oh, how very in my day, and all of that kind of business. Okay, well, you know, you got to do what you got to do, friend. Let's accelerate through this tunnel, because it's not very exciting to watch. I mean, you know, I was talking about the majesty of brown, but that is too much majesty. All right, now get off. All right. And then we'll attempt some Colonel Cam. Although the Colonel Cam in Transport Fever 2, it leaves me a little on the cold side compared to the original one. I don't think it's quite quick enough. Oh, although saying that, no, he's just disappeared out of view. That's the best you're going to get. Yeah, Colonel Cam really loses out later in the day because the trains are too fast. Although that's quite nice. I'm just too far away to appreciate it. Yeah. Yes. All right. No. Okay. It's not unpleasant. The trick is, don't adjust your angle, right, or your distance, right? Because if you're doing all of this, right, what I'm doing now is making you go, yeah, stop that. I get it. Right. So don't do that. So you don't want any mouse controls when you're doing your camera stuff. What you do, this is fine. Especially if you can get your frame rate to match your progress rate nicely, so that it doesn't end up being a jerkathon. Now, it's a little jerkathon for me, but we are on quite a mature map here. Get a little bit more speed, and then this will look all right. Look, I think about this stuff, so you don't have to. No, never mind. Okay, how many passengers did you get? 3? 3. Okay. Good. All right, we'll leave that going. So, next projects are going to be El Paso. Already hooks up to Hartford with passengers, but the freight main line stops there right now. We were filling in the gaps, and I think we got them all, by which I mean we've connected all of these industries up. Does look like we have. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. If they're producing, they're connected is basically what you can derive from this. Yep, all of these are now connected. That's good. Here's the lumber line down here, and we're taking 82 logs back up on the big train. Well, whatever. Yeah. Now, is there another? Yeah, there's another one here. Look. Do you really want to run that down the side of the whatnot? Well, I'd like that train to be full, but actually, no, let's leave that alone. Okay, so next time what we're going to do is we will run, yeah, let's say, I don't know, because I'm about to make up what we're going to do next. No, I know what we'll do. So the freight main line hits Charlotte at the moment by way of the Fullerton Charlotte merged train line system effort here. So we'll do the other main line coming out of Fullerton and heading off in the direction of Huntsville, which is going to be a complete mess. That's going to be an absolutely dreadful escapade, that one. Yeah, we'll do that next, and then we'll be a little bit closer to even. If I can make it as far as Washington, I will do. Anyway, subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on that. Have we got a train going through the Helix at the moment? I mean, given how long it is, it probably spends most of it. Yeah, there we go. Look, yeah, just coming out the end of the top of the end of the what's it of the thing. Right, where's the other one? Is it that way? No, you'd still be able to see it dangling out of there. Look, it's down the bottom. Oh, here it comes, coming up the tunnel. Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah, all right, let's see if we can't get a view on that. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe. The series will continue until it is done, and it will be done in the flourish of a live stream, which will be all the better for you being there. I shall catch up with you very soon. I'm going to talk to you for long enough to allow this train to come into range without me having to hit the turbos button, and then I shall bid you adieu, and we will all go about our days in as cheerful a way possible, because being cheerful is the only thing that really matters at all. Cheerio! So we find ourselves here at the finishing stuff off stage of the series, which is always a bit of a funny period, the finishing stuff off time, because it means that by and large big projects have either been accomplished or abandoned or forgotten. Probably all three. And instead we're just going like, right, okay, finish off the last couple of connections, and then da-da-da-da, hooray! It's the 85 to 99% complete region of a series is where I tend to go and go like, come on then, come on, just muscle it through. Except in this case, there are a couple of towns that are partially connected that still need mainlining in a freight sense, and that's going to be challenging and or interesting and or not. So there's still plenty to look forward to in this, but I think within the next half dozen or so we'll be done here. And then I may take a break. I said this already, but I may take a break for a bit, just to be able to play some other stuff. Frankly, Soviet Republic, for example, I'd love to stick a couple episodes of that out every week, just to get the motor running on it a little bit more. But other than that, we'll see how it goes, won't we? We always do. I write a schedule, I fling it away 2 days later, and somehow we muddle through and everything's all right. So there you go. Right, go on then, off you trot.